Hello, this is John from iBroughtonGames.com. It's Sunday, September 18th, 2016, and I will continue playing Ghostbusters on the Sega Master System. This is the third episode of my Let's Play for this game, and I think I've made some pretty decent progress in the first two videos. I've encountered some difficulty, but I've been able to progressively improve at this game, so I'm hoping I'll eventually be good enough to beat it. See, when I last left off, I had a good chunk of money in the bank account. I had a nice nest egg. We're going to use that nest egg to get some good equipment on this playthrough, starting with 20,600. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and go with the hearse. And I need the super PK energy detector, the super marshmallow detector, ghost vacuum. Going to get some ghost bait. Get maybe 2 ghost traps. I'll get the super ion beam. Maybe that'll help on the section I failed at in the last episode, where the Ghostbusters were scaling the tower, fighting off ghosts. 7,600. I think 2 ghost traps will be fine. Man, building's already red. Anyways, it's been a couple of days since I last played this game. This is Sunday. This is the last day of my week of vacation, so I'll be returning to work tomorrow. Kind of ready to go, but man, so nice having time off, being able to do whatever. This weekend, Friday and Saturday, Jenny and I went out to western Oklahoma and saw a part of the state that we had not seen before and did some things we had not done before. Mountain biking, which was a blast, real workout for the whole body. Canoeing, climbed a really big hill. Oklahoma doesn't have mountains, but we went to a section of western Oklahoma that's basically the Rocky Mountain foothills, like the far, far, far away foothills, and climbed up a mesa, a plateau of sorts, and checked that out. We went to the Great Salt Lake State Park, something like that. Out towards like north central Oklahoma. There's a lake out there, but they also have just a salt flat. Kind of reminds me of the Bonneville salt flats that I used to always see in my dad's hot rod magazines, where they do land speed record tests for cars and all sorts of other vehicles. And it looks just like that. It's completely flat, as far as you can see. And it's got a white tint to it because of the salt level. And we went out there to do crystal digging. They have, I guess, selenite crystal grows in the sand, in the clay. And sure enough, I mean, there's maybe a dozen other families out there, a dozen families, and we were out there for 45 minutes, an hour. It was really hot, especially with no cloud cover or anything. The white reflects the sun, reflects the heat pretty well, I think. And we were out there for a short amount of time, but we quickly found a whole lot of crystal. So that was a real amazing experience. Everywhere we went, it was a real amazing experience, and stuff I never really knew was available in Oklahoma. I was thinking about it. I remember taking Oklahoma history in high school, and this stuff doesn't necessarily fit into Oklahoma history per se, the state parks and sort of unique geological things that are going on in the state. Be it Oklahoma history or Kansas history or Massachusetts history, whatever it may be. But I had no idea this stuff was in my own backyard, so to speak. So there's a lot more stuff we have on our list. And in part, I kind of started researching this stuff that's in my own backyard, wanting to hit up the historical markers that are all around the state, around highways, around small towns. And I guess in accordance with that, we'll probably start hitting up a lot of state parks. But it was a blast. It was a great way to cap off my week of vacation. And now, I return to Ghostbusters on the Sega Master System. Which is a pretty decent game. Nothing to dismay. Nothing to be dismayed about. Ooh, be dismayed if I hit that. And then, what was it, Thursday before leaving, and my friend and I, we hang out about once, twice a week. We'll get together and play games. Ooh, just got him. And we started a new video series where we play Unreal Tournament for the Dreamcast. We have really great memories with that game ever since high school. We've been playing that game just about 10 years now. And ooh, gotta go back to headquarters. And we are going through and playing all of the multiplayer maps, checking them all out, kind of reacquainting ourselves with the game. We'll throw it in, once or twice a year just to come back to it and check it out, compete against each other. And it's a first-person shooter, of course, real fast-paced, arena-based first-person shooter. And the thing about the Dreamcast is the controller is somewhat awkward. It's got a single analog stick and 4 face buttons. It lacks a second analog stick, which has really made first-person shooters on home consoles so much more playable than what they used to be, in the era of this Dreamcast port. And had we not played it back in the day and gotten so used to playing with a single analog stick and the face buttons, I don't know that we could return to it and play it the way we can play it now, but it's so fast and so fun. That's probably one of my favorite Dreamcast games, if only, if not because of the quality, because of, how many great memories we've formed with that game over the years. And I'm really happy to be playing it again. Not gonna get that guy. So that's something that'll keep us distracted for, it looks like, maybe a week or two. So there's a lot of deathmatch maps. I think there's some maps specific to Team Deathmatch and to Capture the Flag, so we'll have to check those out. And then I've also got the PS2 port of that game, which we played, and I'm kind of surprised, but the Dreamcast port is definitively better, which kind of blows my mind. I figured the PS2 port would be the one to play on home consoles, but even with the addition of a controller that has 2 analog sticks, I still think I like the Dreamcast version better. We may play through that, though. I don't know if there's exclusive maps in that version or not, but it'd be interesting to compare, do a in-depth comparison between the two. And of course, there's also the PC version, which is probably, I shouldn't say probably, it's definitely the best version of the game. Loaded with many more options, being a PC game. Let's see, I may be able to get down here in the red. Okay, I've got to have at least $10,000 in my bank account whenever that city's PK energy bar up at the top left fills completely with red. Once it fills with yellow, it'll go one more color, it'll go to red. Once it fills up, I need to have 10,000. I'm liking my chances so far. It's looking good. Oh, but Stay Puft Marshmallow Man's about to spawn. Did I stop him? I think I may have stopped him. Have no empty traps, so I gotta refill those. I was having some trouble understanding what exactly stops them from forming the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, because it seemed like in maybe the last 2 episodes I'd draw them down there with some ghost bait, but then they'd still transform into the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So I don't know if it's just my timing. I gotta get it like a split second before they transform. That looks like that may be the case. Oh, yep, see? Couldn't get him. Of course, I know he's about to form because a building turns white. Like such. So see, that may have been... I guess that was too soon. Of course, every time he destroys a building, I lose 4,000. He really racking it up right now. Maybe I'll be able to capture these ghosts and make a little extra money on my way to this building. But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised by this game. Like I said in the first video, whenever I first started playing it, it was just beyond comprehension. You know, I did not have a manual for this game, so I was kind of just winging it for just a little bit before I turned to the internet and just pulled up a scan of the manual. But now that I know what I'm doing, kind of have developed strategy or different strategies, it's just a really fun game. So let's do it like now. I don't know. Do not know. I think I'll still have enough in the bank, but it's just real disheartening not knowing exactly what I need to do there. I suppose I could go read a FAQ. Looks like I'm actually ending with less money than I did last time. So if I do fail again, I may want to continue with that save, that bank account number. Okay, so the red bar is filled. We've got more than 10,000. We're going to go to Zool. I've got to get past the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I've got to get at least 2 Ghostbusters past the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. There's one. I think the key is to wait for his final jump on the right side whenever he's heading back to the left side, and then go over to the right. Okay, so made it past there. Now we're going to scale this building. Got to remember what these buttons do. 1 shoots diagonally, 2 shoots straight ahead. Pretty easy so far, but then start getting ones that throw stuff at me. Oh! Seems like I couldn't turn around. Did not make it far. I really do not like this section. Seems very cheap. To rapid fire, get those beams out. Wonder if it's best to leave one that's below me. That way one doesn't spawn above me, because it seems like there's only ever 2 on screen at any given time. Okay, I guess not. It touched me. It touched me. It touched my foot. I don't think I'm going to make it unless I get real lucky with this last one. Can't even hit this Slimer. Don't like the ones that... Looks like there can be at least 3 ghosts on screen at any given time, but not getting it done that time. Yeah, 17,500 is going to be better for me to start with the save of that end of the second video. So give it another shot. Continue. We're looking for JE. The account number was 315. 8, 9, 9, 7, 9, 3, 2, 20,600, right on. Go and do the hearse. And we want the Super PK energy detector. Do I really? I don't. I'm just going to go for the regular marshmallow sensor. I'm not really seeing any benefit in stopping the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It seems like I have a terrible success rate in doing so. Kind of want to go for that confinement system. Oh, and I tried the Super Ion Beam last time. It didn't seem like it had any sort of effect in that last section where I was scaling the building. That's what I was wanting to know. I don't see it. Let's try a paralysis system. Ghost paralysis system. Maybe that'll assist. And we'll do another trap. I think maybe the key is to just have a couple decent runs, but try and, pinch as many pennies as possible, and then use it to save up, like 30,000 or 40,000, whatever it costs, just buy the best of everything, and then use that as your go-to saves. I'm not necessarily going to bother with that because it seems like I'm doing fine. I can't afford everything I want to, but at the same time, I'm also not having terrible difficulty with it. With anything that seems like those items could help. Here in this first part of the game, which it seems like where you want all those items, I'm doing pretty good. That stupid Contra-style gameplay, though, where I have to scale the wall and get the ghost where I'm encountering the trouble. Come on, get up there. Get over there. Jeez, did I jinx myself? Drive around, touch these ghosts. Can I make it past him? I did. Building's flashing purple, so it's gonna be turning red soon, right? Okay, long drive there. And because of the additional toying around I did with OBS for our Unreal Tournament, I've kind of zoomed the camera in a little bit. I did that out of necessity for our Unreal Tournament series, just because I wanted to get a camera focused on him, get a camera focused on me. In doing so, I just experimented a little more with some options in OBS. So those developments will hopefully... I don't have any empty traps, so I can't go for it. Be seen as an addition or a positive development for the rest of the videos I produce. Which I don't know. I don't know if I'd really consider it producing. Yeah, I'm producing content. I'm producing content, producing videos. I'm not editing anything. These are all done with pretty much one take. I may have a couple bad takes, or I say something, it's like, okay, I'm just going to restart real quick. But in essence, these are all single takes. That thing flash purple, wait for it to turn solid red, and I'll be good. Okay, let's attack. Let's also collect some ghosts. I guess the hearse is a little sturdier than the basic vehicle I was choosing, because I seem to recall getting in wrecks in that basic vehicle and getting in wrecks with these other cars and just exploding. It seemed like I bumped into another car earlier and it just slowed me down. Oh, just barely missed out on that one. Let's see, I have one more trap, so I probably ought to start heading back towards HQ. I gotta refill a man anyways. Sometimes this, I don't know if it's the game specific or the D-pad. I think it is the controller, but cannot get lined up on these cardinal alleys. Okay, and after this, I need to go to the HQ. You know, I think they made that yellow on purpose to try and make it imitate these ghosts here. Got him. Suppose I can touch these guys. If I can get lined up with these roads. Hit up this one real quick. I think I'll just pop right back to headquarters and dump it off too. Ooh, that was definitely going back to HQ now, but that was cheap. Just barely missed that Slimer. Is what it is. Not gonna get him. See, I've got 20,600 right now. Of course, Marshmallow Man, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, he's gonna start rampaging through the city any moment. Which I guess I don't have it. Did I buy the cheap marshmallow sensor? I think I remember buying the cheap one. Ghosts aren't here. That's another thing I don't always understand. How come they're there sometimes, how come they're not? You'd think if I was too slow in reacting to the building's distress signal, that it wouldn't be red. You'd think as long as I got to it whenever it was flashing, or whenever it was red, there'd be ghosts there. But that's not the case. That's not good. Can't be making mistakes like that right now. This is the fourth quarter, essentially. There's 2 minutes left of play. I gotta convert. I gotta make this happen. That'll help. Oh, these'll help if I can get them all. It's what, $2,500 worth of ghosts. Got 2,000. Gotta head back to HQ for sure. Oh, can I? I thought I could only lay ghost bait in the corners. Huh. Looks like I can actually lay it anywhere. Or maybe it's just the corner roads, like the outside roads. But that's how to do it. Whenever they turn green, right before they get to a building, just lay down ghost bait and that stops them. I guess I have no reason to be disheartened. I just figured that out. on, come on. Nice, 31,000. Man, this will be a nice ending, even if I don't make it up those stairs. If I can end with 30,000, that's going to put me in a nice position for subsequent playthroughs. Up to 35,000, I like it. Oh, no empty traps. Shoot. Sit back real quick. Oh, but I must only be able to lay traps once. Well, no, because they went right back to the... They were lay bait. They went right back to the bait after they formed the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So I still have a little misunderstanding on that concept. But the bar is full. I've got 31,200. This is by far, by $10,000, the best session I've had. Okay, so now we're going to go to Zool. There's one Ghostbuster. Yeah, whenever you know what to do, that's easy. Got two. So maybe there's some trick to this section that I'm not understanding, but I seriously think it's just getting up there. Getting the timing down to shoot them right as soon as you can is very helpful, like I've seen there. Really hate those. This section is really driving me bonkers. You know, I think I'm taking it too slow, but what am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right, I can stop those. Oh, perfect timing. Oh, geez. I'm going for it. Get up there. Oh, great. Okay. Now we have another type of ghost. This section, man. Screw this section. What a rotten section. Okay. I ended with more money, so that's great. That'll set me up for this next session, but again, I'm not having any trouble with that first part. It's that part. So I'm gonna check online before I start recording the next episode, see if there's maybe some tips or something to benefit my play, because I'm not doing it. I'm not getting it done. Got a little further, but not getting it done. So, that'll do it for this, the third episode of my Let's Play for Ghostbusters on the Sega Master System. This was John from MyBrowngames.com. You can check me out there. You can also check me out on Twitter as John Engelman. That's JohnEngelman. Thank you for watching this episode. Do come back.